Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy, and happy Blade Friday. Blade Friday to everybody. Today we are going to be reviewing the BPS knives. This is the BPS Knives HK2. This is the carbon steel version. It's 1066 carbon steel. You know, 1055 and cold steel stuff holds up pretty good, so I imagine this will hold up decent. These are very, very cheap, inexpensive knives. This was supposed to come in Amazon yesterday. This video is a day behind because Amazon decided not to deliver it to me till 9 p.m. And I live on the West Coast, so 9 p.m. here is like midnight everywhere else, and it wasn't even worth posting a video on. But here we go. This is the HK2. Let me get that right. HK2, yeah. We have a beautifully polished, for the most part, blade. I have not really cleaned this off. It comes literally slathered, and they call it gun oil, and you have to wipe that stuff off. They came with a napkin. It came with 2 stickers. Unfortunately, I already stuck them onto where I do my shorts and stuff like that, so you don't get to see the stickers right now, but you'll see them in the future. But this thing is a cool little knife for $36, $37 out the door. I mean, this is a very, very nice knife. Look at the fit and finish on this. Those handle scales are perfectly fit to this knife. Now, did they probably just put the slabs on here and then grind away? Yeah, I think they did. But you know what? The final product is actually really, really decent. It does have some jimping here. It has a thumb ramp. This jimping is rather aggressive. There is very sharp edges on this knife. Very, very sharp edges on this knife. How can I demonstrate how sharp these edges are? Here's our fancy Sharpie, but so if you wanted to have a stick and scrape some wood off of it, that's going to create some wood, some fine little, look at this. Look at this stuff it's pushing off. That'll scrape some fine stuff. Now, that's a blessing and a curse, because if you're using it for bushcraft or in the field or something like that, it's fantastic. But other than that, it's kind of sharp. So I don't know. Take that for what it is. The leather sheath it comes with is pretty freaking nice. It's very thick. That leather is, let's see here. We are looking at about almost a 150,000th of an inch thick leather without compressing. That's pretty dang thick for leather. But for the most part, it is a very, very, very well done sheath for the price you pay for this. You are not going to find a nicer sheath on a cheaper knife out there. It's just not going to happen. It slides in. Now, first, it's very, very tight. You're going to want to shove this in. At first, you want to shove this in. It's only going to want to go in like yay far. You're missing a lot of sheath down there. So you have to literally just find out where it should sit, hold it, and shove that bad boy into where it should be, and then you're good. But that's how it hangs. It has a dangler. I will be taking this dangler off because I'm not a huge dangler fan, and mainly because I don't freaking wear a belt. But if I were to have a belt on, I would much rather run the belt through this loop. I don't want this hanging down that low. Also too, with how hard this knife is to get out, if this was on a belt and you're pulling, like you're gonna struggle getting this out one-handed, at least when it's new. But if it was right here, you might still struggle too. This sheath is definitely going to need to be broken in. Most high quality leather sheaths need to be broken in. They do conform to the knife that you put in it after a period of time. So I mean, when I first put this in, it was very stiff, but now it's losing its stiffness. But yeah, what do we got here for blade length? We have from the frickin' wood about 5 1/4 inches, and that leaves us with, yeah, about 5 1/4 inches of freaking cutting, 5 1/8 maybe of cutting edge right here. This swedge in the back, you can see that glint on there. It's not completely sharpened, but it would take somebody 20 minutes to put an edge on that. But this is kind of a woods knife. I don't know what category this really falls into, other than it looks cool. But if you were to beat this with a baton, which I have no doubt it would hold up, you are just going to destroy your baton stick on this, even if it's not sharpened. It's not, let's just say it's not dull. but it's not sharp either. Throwing knife, so the Saw Grunt, he got one, he throws it, and it's decently balanced for him, he says. I'll take his word on that one because I'm not a knife thrower. But yeah, they have a nice little freaking, they don't really billboard their stuff on here. It tells you what it is. Made in Ukraine. That's another thing I forgot to say. They're made in Ukraine. I don't know if that's going to show up or if you can even do that through YouTube, but it is worth checking out. There's a lot of stuff going on about BPS knives right now. They've been out for a long time, but really since like the Ukraine war, they've really been popping up on YouTube a lot more. I haven't seen many reviews on this one, so yeah, I didn't know really what I was expecting before I got it, but I'm glad I did. It's kind of just a cheap beater knife. It's functional, it's comfortable. Now, if you have extra large hands, you might not fit because I have extra large hands and I'm just barely tucking in there. So, I don't know about you guys, but for me, yeah, we're looking at like 3 3/4 of being able to tuck your fingers in there. And my hand's 4 inches across, so it's not gonna, your fingers are gonna be okay, but anything else is gonna be kind of different. But yeah, we're gonna do a hard use test on this, so look forward to that. I'm gonna beat it through some logs and throw it and do a tip test challenge and just see how it handles. But first, I'm gonna do some mods on it. And also too, What's the Point EDC, he ended up getting one of these yesterday also. And I challenged him to a friendly mod off. I'm gonna mod the sheath, I'm gonna mod the knife, and let's just see what he comes up with. I'm gonna post his information in the link below. Check him out if you haven't. He's got good stuff. He's a nice guy. And thank you for watching.